Welcome to CIT190 JavaScript Programming. I am your instructor, Lisa Ballback, and I'm just going to give you a little overview of the course and walk you through the orientation block. At the top of the course, you'll notice our course banner, and then below that, we have links to different sites that I think you will find useful. And they correspond to different topics that we are going to be covering in the course. So in the course, we're going to learn JavaScript, but we're also going to learn jQuery and Ajax. And since JavaScript is embedded into HTML, I thought the links to HTML and CSS would also come in handy. A lot of you like using the LunaPic online image editor, so I included a link to that as well. If you display the sidebar, you will see a link to my LinkedIn profile. If you are wondering what my background is, you can go ahead and select that. Whoop. And as long as you have a LinkedIn account, you can sign in and you should be able to view everything. If you come down here under About, kind of gives you my background. And then you can see what my work history is, education, and then all of my various certifications. If you have any questions about any of that, feel free to ask because I am happy to share with you what my journey has been in the education and programming world. Below that, I've got my office phone number, my email, and my office number. This semester, I am doing a lot of online and live stream classes, so I'm going to be working remotely, but you still can call the office and any message that you leave will be forwarded to me through the email. I do request, though, if you do leave me a message, please leave me a good time to call you back. And just realize that I wouldn't be calling you back from NMC. I'll be calling you from my cell phone. Let's see, live stream office hours. These are just like regular office hours. You guys can just pop in and ask questions if you have them. Just use the live stream link, which is at the top of our class. And then I will let you into the virtual classroom. If those office hours don't work for you and you need help, please email me and we can schedule a different time to meet. I am around most weekends and I actually have a lot of time on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to help people if you need it. The schedule an appointment link through My Success is for advising. Okay, so if you need help with the course, then you want to email me. But if you need help advising, selecting classes or anything like that, then you can use the advising link here through My Success. And I'm going to hide the sidebar temporarily. And the rest of the things that you see at the top of the course would be the news and announcements. Every week after I correct work for class, I will post an announcement. Because you are transferring your pages to the web and submitting, done so that I can go look at them. What I do once I have everything corrected is I post an announcement and I let you know that everything is corrected. Which is your clue to go into the course dashboard and select grades. This course is going to be like the 180 course that you've already taken, where if you miss points on a web assignment, if you come in here, you'll see what the range is, and then you'll see your score. And if you look under feedback, you will see the reason why you lost points. And if you lost points, you can fix the assignment and you can resubmit. Okay, and so that is why you should come in here right away. Then you know if there are any issues or problems. You'll know if you didn't get all the points, and then you can fix it, resubmit it, and I will rescore it for you. And then once you're done in here, you can simply select the 190 link. The student lounge is for you guys to share information with each other. If you have questions about the course, you really should direct those to me because I don't go into the student lounge. That's kind of your space. And so you guys can share resources, ask each other questions, that type of thing. Below that, we have links to our social media sites, and we post different CIT events that you can attend at those different sites. And we also post internships and job opportunities. So it is a good idea to follow the department at one of those sites. And then below that are the weekly lessons. And I typically don't have everything open all at once. I kind of gradually open the weeks in the class. So it is kind of important that you guys look at the dates because you should be working on the material that correspond to, the current date. And our weeks run from Monday through Monday. And so you will have the entire weekend to finish up an assignment before it's due. And so we're going to take a look at the orientation and course information. So for this first week, everything is due by Monday, the 23rd, which does give you the weekend to get it done. And everything you need to complete for the orientation is listed at the top of the block. And you will also notice that lesson 1 is also due on the 23rd. Okay, so you actually have 2 different blocks that you need to complete, but the orientation block is pretty small and lesson 1 will not take you that long. So don't worry, this is all very doable. As you work through this orientation block, there is a welcome message. And the welcome message basically explains the format of the course. It goes through how the course is organized, what my expectations are. And for those of you that took the 180 class, this is very similar. You may have noticed, especially at the top, that this class is kind of split. It's one class, but half of the students in the class are taking it live stream and the other half are taking it online. So it's one class where we've got people taking it 2 different ways. If you signed up for live stream, then you do need to attend class, just like any other class. It's Monday, Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30. It's in the same time block that the 180 class was in last semester. If you signed up for online, you do not need to attend the live stream class unless you want to. If you kind of look at the material that we're going to be covering in the week and you think that, ooh, this looks kind of complicated, by all means, come to the live stream class, okay, and listen to the explanation and ask questions. Okay, that's why I'm doing the live stream class. So onliners, you are more than welcome to come. And for the live stream people, you are required to be there. And I will do it very similar to how I did last semester. For those of you that are familiar, typically on Monday, we cover the material and you guys can ask questions. And then Wednesdays, I try to leave for lab so you guys can work on assignments. And if you haven't been in one of my live stream classes before, the way the lab works is you basically show up at 5:30, I do the attendance, and then it's up to you whether you want to stay in Zoom. I do not make you stay in Zoom to work on the assignment. Some people like to work on the assignment in Zoom because I'm right there. Then they can just ask for help. And other people to prefer to work outside of Zoom. And if you are an onliner and you're struggling with the assignment, come in on Wednesday, come to lab. Okay. I am here to help you guys. So that brings me down to the syllabus. The syllabus basically summarizes those office hours, live stream office hours, and the office information that is in Moodle. And then we've got a description of our course. We've got the book listed and the software. The software that we're using in this course is the exact same as the 180 course. So hopefully you guys still have that software. And if you do not, there are links for you to download and install the software. And all of it is free. As far as the web host, you have the same account that you had last semester. So that has not changed. If you have forgotten your username and password, then just email me and I will forward it to you. The learning outcomes and the general ed, critical thinking outcome, I will let you guys look through. General education is something that we promote at NMC, and almost all of the CIT classes basically cover critical thinking, which kind of makes sense considering what we do. And the learning outcomes are basically what you will know by the end of the semester. They're kind of general areas of knowledge. And then we get into grading and assignment information. So this shows you how you are going to be assessed in this course. So basically everything that you are going to do that's worth points. And so you'll notice we have 12 different programming assignments. We have unit tests. We have an IT specialist JavaScript certification. And the unit tests are formatted very similar to the IT specialist certification. So you're not going to see like just true, false, and multiple choice questions. The questions in that test, the types of questions that you see are going to be very similar. And I look at those unit tests as preparation for your certification. So you are allowed to take those unit tests 3 times. And they are open book, open note, no time limit. Just be aware that your certification exam is timed and it is closed book. And it is at the Parsons Doolin building at the Professional Testing Center. So all of you should have taken the certification HTML and CSS for the 180 class, and this is very similar to that certification. In this class, in addition to the assignments and the tests, we also have a term project, and we will start working on that in the middle of the semester. And the term project basically involves creating 3 games. And there's quite a bit of information on this in the course, but you will be creating a game using JavaScript. You will be creating a game using jQuery. And then for the 3rd game, it's your choice. And with JavaScript, you will be learning how to use HTML5 Canvas. and that is used for an awful lot of games. So we do have some assignments where creating a game is going to be an exercise in the assignment. And so there's 2 assignments where you can actually kind of double dip and use the assignment exercise as one of the games. And so as we progress through the course, you will be learning more about that. And as we work on this project, we have milestones that are due. And after each milestone, you will be sharing your project with the class. And you will be doing that in what I like to call a project showcase. You will be posting a link to the project in the discussion forum, and you will be discussing the design and other aspects of the project. Okay, so you can see that we have 3 different showcases. And then after each showcase, we do have a little peer review. And that is not a scary thing. I like positive reviews. So you will be asked to look at your peers' sites, indicate what you like about those sites, and then if there's any suggestions you have that may improve the site, or if in the showcase, let's say you are running into a problem that you're having problem solving, could be one of your classmates ran into the same problem. So that would be something to talk about in the peer review. If you had the same problem, how did you solve it? Okay, so that is how we are doing peer reviews and discussion in this class. And then finally, we have ePortfolio and GitHub, and we have a couple other discussion forums. How I use discussion forums, besides sharing your projects, is I use them to address some of the learning outcomes that we have in this course. Okay, and so you will notice, especially for this one, describe how well-designed interactive features increase website appeal. That one lends itself really nicely to a discussion forum. So you will notice that we do have discussion forums and they are very targeted. Okay, it's not busy work. It's work that we need to do for this course, and it will make you better developers. Now, all of these activities that you're doing are worth points. And in this class, we have 1,000 points. And your grade is based on a percentage of those. So 95 to 100% is a 4.0. 90 to 94% is a 3.5. Okay, so this is the breakdown. And I pretty much just went through all this information with you. Okay, so I will let you read the rest of this on your own. It's pretty straightforward. And that brings me to the college syllabus. So the college syllabus is the same for all NMC courses. Make sure that you have read through this. Also make sure that you watch the campus safety video. Okay, all of these things are important. And because they're linked into every course, you need to make sure you are aware of what is on this page. That brings me to our assignment schedule. This is something that you should print out. And it goes through week by week and kind of lists what we're covering and when things are due and what the date range is. And students have found it very useful to print this out and then cross things off as they complete them. And that is what I would suggest that you do. We get down into the orientation assignments, and there are 2 of them. there is a student profile glossary, and there is a discussion forum. The student profile glossary is kind of neat if you have not seen these before. They display in the sidebar, and every time you come into the course, you're going to see a different student. In fact, if you refresh your screen, you'll see a different student. And so what I'd like you to do is, you'll post your name, a picture, either a sentence or two that describes you, or you can do a quote like I did. And then you can do some hashtags that describe you as well. So this is me and my granddaughter. And this is actually a quote that I live by. I'm very hands-on. So you guys are going to do something similar. Now, how do you add, your post? Well, you can add a new entry here, or you can go in this way. Now, I do have a video that will kind of walk you through this. But basically, you'll add the new entry. Your first and last name will be a concept. Okay, so you put your first and last name here. And then you need to upload a picture. And then below the picture, you are going to have, the sentences or the quote and the hashtags. The only areas that people have struggled with a little bit are the picture. Because most photos are way too big, you do have to resize it a little bit. And so the video does show you how to do that, if it's something you're not familiar with. Now that is worth points. Okay, so make sure you complete that. And especially because we've got, half the people online, half of them live stream, you will get to know everybody in the class this way. The other thing that we are doing, so you guys can get to know each other, is a discussion forum. So you're basically going to introduce yourselves. And what I'd like you to do is include your name or your nickname, maybe what your major is, what your interests and hobbies are, and anything else that you would like to share, about your work, your family, anything else. I use this as an opportunity to tell you a little bit about my background. Okay, so, how I came into teaching and where I started out. So mine is a little lengthy. I probably overshare, and you guys do not need to worry about doing anything this long. Okay, just write what you are comfortable with. Okay, so that is the discussion forum. And then below that is the required software. So if you no longer have the software on your system from the 180 class, you can download it again. At the very, very bottom of the course, we do have some optional coding resources. These are similar to what I had in the 180. So we've got some sites up here that are useful, and then we've got the HTML5 and CSS sites. And I've got some ebooks for JavaScript, jQuery, and Ajax. Okay, and you can kind of look through here and see if there's anything that you are interested in. And as I find new books, free books and resources, I will keep adding to this. If you have any questions at all about the orientation or how the course is set up or any of the requirements, please let me know because I am here to help.